Two people are born on the same day. Same hospital. Same city. Same first breath. One of them will spend their entire life trying to become rich. The other will spend their entire life trying not to lose it. That's the difference. Not money, but the relationship to it. Because old money isn't just about how much you have. It's about how long it's been there, and how quietly it moves. Right now, wealth feels loud. Startups, crypto, viral trades, overnight millionaires. Everything is fast, visible, measurable. You can open an app and watch your net worth change in real time. But old money doesn't play that game. In fact, it avoids it. And that's where things start to get strange. Because the higher you go in old money, the less it looks like money at all. Level 1 is where most people think wealth begins. A good salary, a stable job, maybe some savings. At this level, money is effort. Time goes in. Money comes out. It's clean, linear, understandable. You know exactly where it comes from. And more importantly, you know exactly how it can disappear. Lose the job, lose the income. It's fragile. So you protect it. You budget. You plan. You think like someone who has something to lose. Because you do. Level 2 feels like progress. You start investing. Stocks. Index funds. Maybe some real estate. Now your money works. A little. You begin to see compounding. Not dramatic at first. Just small, quiet growth. But something changes psychologically. You're no longer just earning money. You're growing it. Still, you check it often. Too often. Because deep down, it still feels temporary. Like it could vanish with one bad decision. Level 3 is where things start to diverge. This is early wealth. Business owners. Senior professionals. People with real assets. Here, money becomes less about survival and more about optimization. Taxes matter more than income. Structure matters more than effort. You start hearing different questions. Not how do I make money, but how do I keep it? And for the first time, you notice something uncomfortable. The system rewards people who already have money differently. Access changes. Opportunities appear. Risk feels softer. Level 4 is where most new money peaks. High net worth. Visible success. Nice homes. Nice cars. Public signals. This is the wealth you can see. And because you can see it, it's often mistaken for the highest level. But it's not. Because at this level, money is still being converted into lifestyle. Spent. Displayed. Upgraded. It moves fast. And fast money has a weakness. It needs constant replenishment. Stop the engine, and things start to reverse. Level 5 is where old money begins. And it doesn't announce itself. No sudden shift. No dramatic moment. Just quiet stability. At this level, wealth is no longer tied to a person. It's tied to structures, trusts, foundations, long-term holdings. Money isn't owned. It's controlled. And that distinction matters more than people realize. Because ownership can be taxed, divided, lost. Control is much harder to touch. Here's where the psychology flips. At lower levels, people think in years. Salary this year. Returns this year. Goals this year. At this level, time stretches. Decades. Generations. Decisions are made not for immediate gain, but for preservation. You don't ask, will this double my money? You ask, will this still exist in 50 years? And suddenly, the entire strategy changes. Level 6 is where wealth becomes almost invisible. The assets are no longer obvious. It's not just stocks or property. It's land held for decades. Private businesses that never go public. Equity in things you've never heard of. And here's the key difference. Liquidity stops being the goal. Most people want access to cash. At this level, too much liquidity is a problem. It invites attention, taxes, volatility. So wealth is parked, quietly, in places that don't move fast. Or at least, don't look like they do. By level 7, something even stranger happens. Money stops being the main advantage. Networks take over. Access becomes the real currency. Deals happen privately. Opportunities never reach the public market. Information flows differently. And it's subtle. No announcements. No headlines. Just quiet transfers of ownership between people who have known each other for decades. At this point, wealth isn't built. It's maintained, collectively. And then there's level 8, the level most people never see. Not because it's hidden, but because it doesn't look like wealth anymore. Here, money is fully abstract. It's influence. It's legacy. It's the ability to shape systems without appearing in them. Families at this level don't just own assets. They influence the rules around those assets. Not directly, but over time. Through institutions. Through connections. Through patience. And patience might be the most underrated asset of all. Because when your time horizon is 100,